My goodness. I'll say it again. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Miracle Call, October 27th, 2025, on the heels of our global conference with LifeWave. What a conference that was. It just beat everything that we've ever had before, and hope that you can come next year to the same location. So here we are at the Miracle Call, and Live Younger does this with us every Monday morning. What a way to start our weeks, you guys, to hear great testimonials from each other and compliant ones, no less. My name is Sunshower. I'm one of 4 hosts for this Miracle Call. I live in the environs of Sedona, Arizona. So when you'd like to speak today and give us your testimonial, please raise your virtual hand. If you're not sure where that is, if you're on a laptop or computer, I know how to tell you. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see a little heart. It says react. You click that, and here comes another bunch of icons. You want the lowest one that's horizontal. It says raise hand. You don't want to do the wave hand. Just raise your hand. That way I'll be able to see you pop up on my screen, and I will call you in the order that I
Why does it
see
do
people's
that?
hands raised. And Nancy, please mute for the moment. Okay, so let me give you some ground rules for our miracle call. It'd be great
I
if
guess
you
we gotta
will
get my
speak for
phone.
only 30 to 60 seconds. And in the first 15 minutes of this half-hour call, if you'll limit your testimonials to X39 and Celergize, that would be excellent. And then so to stay compliant means please do not name diseases, as LifeWave does not claim to treat, cure, or any of that stuff, diseases. So if it has an itis, or if you go to your doctor and you go, I have this, or this symptom, that's what we're looking for. And the fact that you used X39 or Celergize, tell us where you put that thing or when you drank that thing. and let us know your results. Please stay compliant in the 30 to 60-second little window of time that we give you, because even though we don't see even one hand yet,
Get off of here.
hands, and we want to be courteous to everybody. So I think I covered those house rules. What do you think, Jerry? All right, let's get started. Come on, hands up. I see Ravel waving, but do you have a testimonial for us, Ravel? Come
Sure,
on.
Sunshower. You had a lot of people here in spite of people traveling back from Anaheim.
Yeah, we did it. We're
And I'm
back.
excited it's the same place next year. I'm really excited about
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
I wanted to share something that a new preferred customer experienced, and I'll keep it really short. I've got see 2 more hands up now. And that is she had irregular heartbeat, and 2 days on X39, she said, no more. So, this is a very big deal. And I've heard it repeatedly among people. So I'm so grateful to X39, to David Schmidt, and to this wonderful company. Thank you.
Absolutely. Nicely stated, Ravel. Look at the compliant way she said that. That's perfect. Hey, Danielle, saw you once or twice at our conference.
That
Yeah.
was so fun.
Very
Oh my gosh,
fun.
I don't know if you weren't there. You got to go. I just can't tell you how much love was being spread, and David just outranked anything I could ever imagine. So it was really fun, and we love you all. I just wanted to say that I got a huge bruise from carrying my purse in the airport, and it was like this size, and it was dark, and because it just kept banging around, and I thought, you know what, this is so ugly, and I stuck an X39 on, and it was gone by the next morning. So,
Wow.
it's just so fun to see this thing work the way it does. So I just thought I'd just open some call there.
That's lovely and so very current. Yeah, thank you so much, Danielle.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Angela, great to meet you at conference. What you got for us this morning?
Yeah, I just wanted to say it was wonderful to be at conference, and thanks to X39 I was able to go to conference. I used to be in the bed all the time in a lot of pain, and ever since I've been on X39, the energy's up and the pain is down. And I amazed myself that every day at the conference, I was basically walking 10,000 steps, and I could never have done that without X39. And I also wanted to say it was great that I had took a Uber a couple times and I was able to share about the patch with the Uber. So maybe I even get some new people out of this. So it was a very exciting experience. I look forward to being there next year.
Just a side benefit of coming to conference, you meet a whole bunch of new people at airports, Ubers, restaurants. Yeah, I know. I did a little bit of prospecting myself on this wonderful trip. Hey, Jerry, there
Hey,
you go.
Sharon. Yeah. Like you said, I mean, we saw each other just this much. And the thing is, our company is exploding, everyone, and you need to get to a convention. You do. The drawback is with so many people, we don't get to see everybody like we used to. But yeah, it is just amazing. What we learned was amazing. What David has in store for us is amazing. If you weren't there and didn't have virtual, the company's just going to be the only place you should be. So, oh gosh, I've had, going into my 5th year, have had so many miracles, as we call this call. I mean, it's just astounding, but I do want to put out there to people. So you hear Ravel about right away, and you hear Danielle about right away. Please hang in there, everybody. I mean, yes, it took me a while to have my first quote miracle, but it almost took 2.5 years, and I got my knees back. So what I want to tell you all is it's just stay with it, hydrate yourself, and it's the consistency that's going to give you the benefits, because it's a cumulative effect. So it's going to be in you, and just keep going and going. My almost 98-year-old father has had results which were off the chart, which in the beginning, David did not know if it was going to affect people over 70. And we have all kind of reports from everyone. So people, this is good for everyone. I mean, just slap it on. Okay. So, Sunshine, and hope to see you longer next time.
Yeah, I know. I was on the plane with somebody, and I was talking about the patches, and they go, "Well, where do you put the thing?" And I go, "You know what? You could put it on your nose, and the energy will go where it's needed first."
Yeah.
You know.
Well, a quickie is one of my teammates came in. She says, "You got to help me. You got to help me. My Uber driver, he wants them like now, you know?" So anyways, I'm on the phone and get him signed up and that. And then I ended up, I says, well, we called him. He took me to the airport too, and he's just drilling me for information and that. And I patched him. So yeah, open your mouth. We need to tell everybody what we have. Okay.
Yeah.
We are here for everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a reason that this year's conference was themed Share the Light. You really do have to be a little bit bold to open your mouth. You're absolutely right. Jerry, thanks for saying those things for us today. And hey, Trisha.
Good morning. I have a kind of a new testimony for our new product, PM Celergize. Not only did I sleep well, I also had better results with my Alavita night cream. I like put it on, and the exfoliating properties of it just were twice as much as they had been in the past.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
I just thought I'd share that.
That's great. Thank you so much, Trisha. Wow, I'm going to try that. Okay. Hey, Larry.
Hello, I kind of want to blend in with this light thing. You know, what do we see light with is with our eyeballs. But that was my first real entry into some success. And I want to affirm what Jerry is saying, is stick with it, because it was 6 months for me. I started in August of 2024 and went to an eye doctor appointment in March. And I have a problem with interocular pressures in my eyes, the G word. But eye drops had gotten my pressures down to 15 millimeters, which is how you measure blood pressure and how you measure the pressure of the eyeball. It's between 10 and 20 is kind of the normal range. So when you exceed 20 millimeters, you're in the G word world. But anyway, his eye drops had gotten me down to 15 millimeters. And I hadn't told him that I started patching. So it was 6 months, you know, that calculus. And in March, he said, "Well, Mr. Broom, your pressures have dropped to 14." And I haven't done anything differently other than the patches. And I told him that. And I said, "Look, I'm a year older than when we first met, and I haven't changed anything about your protocol. This is what's happening. So stick with it 6 months or more, or the month per decade of your life, you will get results." So I give God the glory on that. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Larry. And that kind of reminds me of something that Dr. Ackland often says on our calls. He says, when you want to introduce the patches to your physician, your practitioner, ask them to partner with you and monitor you because you're going to be using these patches. And perhaps they can see with the way they chart, these differences that you're going to see them. We all see these changes that are so remarkable. And unless the doctor is there with you going, okay, this month it's this month it's this, then they can track you and go, oh, but you didn't do anything different. I didn't give you a different prescription or something. No, it must be the patches, doctor. Well, that could open their minds and their hearts. So be bold. Just like Jerry said, be bold, not just talk with people that you don't know, but how about your very own practitioner who might just be opened to our LifeWave technologies. Thank you so much, Larry. Hey, Carol.
Hi, the testimony that I want to share has to do with my sister who had been going. It also has to do with eyesight, like Larry was talking about, but she was unable to see out of her left eye straight on. Her peripheral was good, but straight on she couldn't see. And her right eye, her vision was worsening. And so she was taking injections. Her last visit to her eye doctor, the tech held up a hand in front of her face, in front of her left eye. She said before she had been able to see something, but couldn't make it out. She could see there was something there. This time she saw the hand. And they stepped back a little bit further, said, "Can you see any finger?" And she said, "I see you're holding up one finger."
Wow.
And her vision in her right eye has gone from 20/80 to 20/60. She's been on the patches since January this year. And because she was seeing those things, and I sent her information on the patches, she said, "I don't even know what these are, but I will pay whatever they are if they're going to help me." So she's been using them since January, and she's only using X39. She hasn't tried any of the other patches or any of the other products, just X39.
Wow, what a testimonial, Carol. That is just amazing. It gives a lot of hope to people with all kinds of conditions. We never really know, what the X39 is going to do. My long haul story is I never could smell. Now I can smell. It took 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's it. Stick with it.
Yeah, that's what Jerry was saying. This is a cumulative effect. So you don't want to give up. Just keep doing it, you guys. It just gets better and better and better. And we life waivers know that, don't we? Let's go like this. If we know this, yeah. I don't see anybody joining me. Yeah. There you go. Oh, you're back on stage, Jerry. Go for it.
I'll call the others. I already shared once. Get me after.
Okay, I'll hit you after CL Cole.
Oh, okay. Good morning, everyone. It was so fun to meet so many of you. I'm just over the top brimmed with love. And I went to see my periodontist just a week before convention, and I've been wearing X39 and the other patches for over 3 years. And I had an autoimmune condition in my mouth for, I think it was almost 6 years, and no one could no one can help me without drugs. And so 3.5 months after wearing X39, I went in to get a biopsy of my mouth, and my periodontist said there was nothing to biopsy.
Hmm.
So ever since, I still have been on a really strict self-imposed sodium-free diet, and really, I went to, anyway, at convention, I was not able to eat with everyone else. And so my goal this next year is to be able to eat, because the week before convention, I'm barely awake, you guys. The week before convention, when I saw my periodontist, he looked at my mouth and he said, I don't see anything. And I said, come on, what is this and what is that? And he said, that's just your normal anatomy in your mouth. And so all this time I've built up in my head that what I see are cranky salivary glands, and I knew that, but he said I can eat normal food again. And so I'm slowly reintroducing what we call trigger foods. And I'm just really excited that these patches really are frigging amazing. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to David. And you know, I'm just full of love here.
Yeah, we sure know that. We sure know that. Thank you for so much for that story. And X39 is so all encompassing, isn't it? I mean, just you never know. You want it to fix this, you want it to quote fix that. First of all, it's not going to fix anything. Our body does all the work by responding to that copper peptide, blah, 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 all that sciencey stuff that I never can say very well.
And just because no one else has raised their hand, I want to say that 6 weeks after I started the patches over 3 years ago, I needed to have a thumb joint replaced in my hand, my dominant hand, a third time. So I knew what to expect. And in 10 days, I was up with being able to write with my dominant hand. I could type. I was driving. I was doing laundry, and I skipped the third and fourth month of physical therapy. Normally would take up to 6 months for this type of recuperation with my hand, with the work that I had done from typing for 40 years. So it's amazing. 6 weeks later, I was really in great shape.
Seems like a miracle, but it's science. Thanks so much. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, okay, we're getting a lot of numbers on here, and in case we have a lot of newbies on here, a lot of you know my love goes out for our fur babies. I am an animal lover, and dogs are just right in there. And I just want to make sure that all of you know they help our furry friends. And two of mine were just like some phenomenal results. But the one that I can't even fathom is one of my teammates had a pit bull that was only 6 months old, and their horse trampled it. It was limping and in pain. Doctors couldn't do anything, but it lived. And now this pit bull was almost 100 pounds and is 6.5 years old, still limping and barely moving. She sent me a video after a couple days of putting the X39 under the collar that it was running. And if you're an animal lover, they're part of your family, and we want the best for them. So give them some love and some extra patches, just your used patches, put them on them. Sunshine puts it on the mat where her cat sleeps. I put it underneath the collar. If you have a kerchief, put it on the kerchief. And it just really, really has helped so many. And there's been so many testimonials of ones that couldn't even used to be jumping on the couch, that in a while they're jumping up in their couch. They're not feeling like they're looking 15 years old. They're acting like they're 2 years old. So remember your furry friends. Thank you.
Absolutely, Jerry. And you did mention about my cat. I got my cat when she was 11, so a senior cat, and now she's 15. She's acting and looking younger than all that. And one time she must have tripped in the night or something, and she was limping, And now we could talk about other patches, you guys. So I put an Eon on a bandana around her neck because she doesn't wear a collar. She's like, "What's this? What's this?" But boy, by evening, that limp was gone. So the Eon is really good for taking down inflammation and other cool things, but just thought I'd mention that. Thanks so much for bringing up about our furry friends, Jerry. Back to Larry.
Just a continuation about eye-related things. And I want to blend in, that we are producing more collagen. And I've been an X39 dominant user. I have used other patches, but have kind of defaulted to X39. But what our bodies are doing is creating more collagen, which creates more elasticity in our joints and our spine. Where I've noticed it related to my sight is about 40 years ago, I was playing basketball, and in a movement, my defender who was guarding me hit the ball, and I lacerated my own eyelid with my thumb. It was a shocking injury, but the eyelid, as I aged, began to droop a little bit. I am encouraged that it's now drawing up a little bit more. It's not as droopy as it was. Why would that happen? It would happen because of the elasticity returning, I think. So keep that in mind, because that affects not only what I'm talking about, but your chiropractic visits. You can hold your chiropractic adjustments and manipulations better. And that's testimony of my wife. So anyway, the collagen is being upgraded. So hope that helps somebody.
Wow, I bet it does help some people. Wow, I didn't know that our light technologies were also anti-gravity.
For elasticity.
Wow, we've got a lot of folks here today, almost 150 folks. So be bold, be brave, raise your hand. We got about 8 more minutes. Even if you're brand new and you're scared to death, we want to welcome you, and we just give you a whole bunch of love. So Michelle Garrett, you're next. All you have to do is unmute yourself, and then you can talk. And if you can't figure that out, I'll come back to you, because iPhone has their hand raised too. Whoever that is, can you unmute iPhone? What's going on? Carolyn, you want to come in? Oh, here's Michelle. Okay, go
Okay.
for it.
I'm on my phone. I couldn't find the button.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had the other night I got a great big spot on my leg. I don't know if it was a spider bite or what, inside my thigh above my knee, and it was about the size of my thumbnail, and it had a dark purpley red streak that was about 2 or 3 inches long. And I thought, well, that could be dangerous. I know my husband had something like that one time, and the doctor told him it could turn into a type of poisoning for your blood. I don't know what it was. I didn't go get it diagnosed or anything, but I had just taken off my X39. So I decided I'd use a different patch. I put a glutathione right on this spot. And then I forgot I had it on there. So I left it on for about 24 hours. And when I took it off, it's completely gone. You'd never know anything was there. I don't know if it was a bad bite or anything, but there's no discoloration. There's a tiny bit of a bump still left there. But that's something new and different that I haven't experienced before, but it worked. It was great.
See, that's the other part, isn't it, Michelle? We get to be intuitive about these patches. As time goes on, you experiment with other patches. You might even want to get the patch manual by Dr. Jen O'Sullivan to help you know what patch is for what and like that. So there's all kinds of ways to use these patches. Be your intuitive self, and your body will tell you, actually, well, look at that. We have 5 more minutes, and now we have 80,000 hands up. You guys are crazy.
Well, mine was up and I couldn't get it off mute.
Okay, iPhone, what's your name?
This is Lee Goddard.
Okay, Lee, go for it.
Okay, well, I guess I'm a one patch wonder, because when I started back in December, the first month, I had diarrhea 2 years straight, no relief. And within 30 days, the diarrhea stopped. And also the extreme dizziness, the V word, was also gone. But since then, I've had a lot of wonderful things happen. But as I was talking in the ladies' restroom last Saturday night, I guess it was, a lot of people were unaware that actually, I started on the X49, and it also helps with incontinence. There's a lot of women that have that problem, and it's a godsend to get rid of that, to be able to have control. And it's just amazing. So anybody that has that kind of issue ought to be on X49 because it really helps.
Wow, great story. Thank you so much. Oops, I forgot your name again.
Oh, my name is Lee.
Lee. Lee,
Yes.
where do you live?
I live in Anaheim.
Where?
Anaheim, right where the
Oh,
convention was.
Look at you. You just walked to the conference.
Almost.
Okay, those that have spoken and you're not going to speak again, please remove your virtual hand. Just put your hand down. And like Michelle, Garrett, I think unless you have something else you wanted to say.
I can't find the button to lower my hand.
Okay, I know you can do this. Okay, back to Ms. Cole. Did you want to say something else?
I just wanted to reiterate how important it is to partner with our doctors. I love informing them, and I always bring tools. And this is one of the samples from Dr. Jen O'Sullivan, patchedu.com. And I put my my little sticker on there with all my information, and he loves getting these. He is excited when he sees me because he tells me, and he shares some of his autoimmune challenged patients with me and refers them to me. So you never know, because he likes hearing more stories from me. So
And that's a
educate
great
your
idea.
doctors.
Sorry?
Educate your doctors.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a good idea that you brought a tool with you to leave behind. Because, you know, these docs and practitioners, they see a whole bunch of people during the day. And they might say, let's see, what did she say? Was it her or was it somebody else? But you've given that doc something that has your name and a way to reach you and some information. Brilliant. Good move. Hey, Vicky.
Hello. Sunshower, it was great to meet you in the ladies' room. And I'm sorry I said your name wrong, but anyway, still very high from conference. It was absolutely fabulous. Also still very high from Elton John, but that's another story. I have two quick and recent stories to share. While my husband was at conference, he got a terrible toothache. And the first day we did call his dentist and he phoned in an antibiotic, but he just started swelling like crazy. So we put the Aeon as close as he wouldn't put it on his face where the tooth was because he was too self-conscious to have it right on his face. So we put the Aeon on the side of his neck. And then at night, when we would get back to the room, he would do the ice wave. And by the time we left yesterday morning, the swelling was completely gone. He was completely out of pain, although he did have to go in this morning, unfortunately, and have a root canal because it was also a bridge. So anyway, I know the patches really work for that. And then I have another very dear friend who is a customer, and she's got the X39 and the Aeon only to begin with. And she's already had some remarkable results with lessening of pain. And unfortunately, they had a power outage 2 Thursdays ago, and she fell down her entire stairs. And luckily, she didn't break anything. But because I believe, because of the patches, and she does too, that she did not bruise at all. And the pain has been so minimal since I told her, take the patches and put them both where the pain is. And she just can't believe the results. It's just remarkable. So they work. And confident.
It's one thing when other people don't believe us, but when you can hardly believe what happened to yourself, that's even more like a miracle.
Right. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And good to meet you too, Vicki. Well, we have like half a minute. Who can talk really fast? Oh, that would be you, Patrice. Patricia, sorry.
I just want to thank Larry for mentioning the chiropractic thing. I've been going to the chiropractor for God knows how long, and I didn't even think of the fact that I'm not going anymore. The fact that I've been wearing my X39. So thank you, Larry. I can attribute it to where it really should go. And the other thing is, I'm not on my blood pressure medication anymore. So all kinds of good stuff have been happening to me. Thank you, God. Thank you, David Schmid.
Very
Thank
good.
you, Patricia, for speaking up.
Yeah.
One
What's
of
the name of
coolest-
that book? What's the
Oh.
name of that book that you
Oh,
mentioned about the patch guide?
the patch manual. And Danielle is holding it up, and Kat and Vicky's holding hers up. If you want to raise your hand, you'll be highlighted so that you can be seen holding that book up. Yeah, Patricia has one. I have one. Brad has one. Yeah, pretty invaluable information, and she just keeps re-editing, making it more current, you know. Well, we're like 30 seconds over. Is there anybody else that has something really quick besides Bill Rose, who looks like he's Elton John in person here? So Bill, raise your
I'm
hand
on the
so at least
phone.
we can
How do
see
you
you.
get the manual?
Oh, it's on
I'm on the
Amazon.
phone. How do you get the manual?
It's on Amazon.
And the pamphlet that she held up for the doctor, that was really cool. Did she say it was a .edu site, please?
Yeah, let's see what what was that?
Patchedu.com.
Patchedu.com.
Oh yeah.
Make sure it's the revised edition too.
Yes.
Right.
There
Yeah.
you go.
She keeps
Sure,
revising it.
and there's another patch manual out there that is huge and it's very technical and there's no pictures in it. And my sister got the wrong one and it was just overwhelming. She didn't want that. So
Yeah,
make
sure you get the one that we just showed you. Danielle, did you have something else?
No,
Okay. Well, looky, we're a couple minutes over, but we did pretty good, especially with hardly anybody being brave at the beginning, and then everybody got brave at the end. That's great.
good.
So tonight at 6 o'clock is our community updates. We believe that Robin and Gregory will be back at their home in Bozeman, Montana, and will be presenting for us. And also you can watch for your Live Younger newsletter. It always comes out Monday afternoons. If you don't have that and you want to subscribe, guess what? Go to liveyoungernewsletter.com and you can subscribe. And that's a freebie too. There's so much good training with Live Younger, it's nuts. So I hope you enjoyed this miracle call. I sure enjoyed all of you. Let's see how many of us are there. Well, there's fewer now, but I think we're almost 150 people. Is this a great way to start your week or what? Come on, let's see a little bit.
Yay!
And Elton John's with us. I love that, Bill.
Hey, Centower, I wanted to mention the Solargizer. If you buy 3, it's only $50. And
Yeah, each.
it's delicious and it works.
Yeah, each. Don't forget. You don't get
Yeah,
free.
but if you buy the nighttime formula and you get 3, it's not $49.95, it's $59.95. The nighttime is not the same price as the daytime if you buy
Oh,
3.
Good to know. Thank you, Jerry. All right. Well, thanks everybody. If you want to unmute and just say ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
Great
Sunshine.
job, Sunshine.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Sunflower.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Sunshine.
Great day.
Great day.
Thank
Great
you.
call.
Great, Todd.
Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
You
Wonderful
too.
call. Enjoyed it
Thank
very
you,
much.
Thank
So
you.
fun to meet everyone.
Thank you for us. Thank you.
Blessings.
Synergy.
Bye-bye.
Love you, Sunflower.
Okay, I think we're going to stop recording at some point.
Great job, honey.
Wonderful call. Love this love tribe.
Yeah.
Good job, Sunshower.
Thank you.
Good job, Sunshine.
Thank you. Well, we'll still be here for a while. I don't know why the recording hasn't stopped. Let's just all leave because it's time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
From the hippie family.